All right, I think we're live again. Let me see if everything is working properly. Today we'll talk about Q4 and how to maximize your sales, how to maximize your profit during Q4, the best season of the year for e-commerce businesses. If you're in e-commerce, in some businesses, like you will generate, especially if you're selling jewelry, if you're selling apparel, something that people give each other as a gift, you'll probably generate like half of your yearly revenue during Q4. So it's the best time of the year for e-commerce businesses. And I want to share with you all of the learnings that I've had over the years throughout many different Q4s. In the last 8 years, I've been in e-commerce and generated well over $100 million in sales. And Q4 has been massive for us on years where we got prepared for it. And when we didn't prepare for Q4, it was an absolute disaster. So I want to make sure that your Q4 doesn't look like disaster. I'll show you the main mistakes that I've made, and also the mistakes that I see entrepreneurs are making. And if you guys have any questions throughout this call, if you have specific questions when it comes to your business, please drop it here in the comments so that I can help you with whatever challenges you have right now in your business. Would be able to send you some resources. I have probably like 10 different resources that I can send your way throughout this call. This is my Instagram here. If you want those resources, just DM me directly. This is my Instagram. This is for those of you that are watching from Twitter or are watching from YouTube. Just DM me directly on Instagram. I'll send you these resources and I'll help you as much as I can. And I'll start sharing my screen, and it will be probably a little bit skewed. Let me see. So I'll start sharing my screen. I have the whole presentation here on screen. Again, connect with me on Instagram so that I can send you these resources. Okay, so we're good here. We're good here. And overall, right, so I just want to start with kind of like, seeing where we at when it comes to e-commerce. You can see a percentage of e-commerce sales in the United States in Q4, in fourth quarter of the year, from 2010 to 2023. You can see there's always like a big spike during Q4, and it's growing year over year, which is awesome, right? So every year, the amount of sales that are being generated during Q4 grows. These are the stats for from 2010 to 2023. You can see it's kind of like it's been growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. So right now, it's a great opportunity for everyone who's in e-commerce to just like maximize sales, maximize profit, and just end the year very strong, so that you just finish the year strong and you have a good time. You like recharge for Christmas and have tremendous celebration at the end of the year. So that's a goal for me for this session. Now, guys, before we get started, please just drop one in the chat if you can see me okay, and if you can hear me okay, and if you can see my screen. Just drop one in the chat so that I know that everything from the technical standpoint is working well. Instagram, so just drop one in the chat and we will get started. So just wait for some responses here. 111, just drop one. Perfect. All right, 111. Let's go. All right, so number one, and this is I mean, something that's so common sense, but still I see so many entrepreneurs like ignoring this part, which is fulfillment and inventory. Like, you want to basically stock the fuck up. Like, you want to have as much inventory as possible, or at least like even if you don't have the inventory, if you haven't bought an inventory up front with your suppliers, even if you drop shipping, you just want to connect with your suppliers and you want to make sure that they have enough inventory for you to sell during Q4. One of the mistakes that I've made, I was like scaling very hard during Q4 2021. I scaled one brand to $100,000 a day, but then I ran out of inventory because I didn't plan early enough, and I didn't ask my supplier, I just assumed that they have enough inventory for me, and they didn't. There was someone else who was buying a lot of inventory from my supplier for that specific product that I was selling, and they bought all of the inventory. And then I had, thousands, like tens of thousands of orders that I couldn't fulfill on time for my customers, and that just backfired so bad. I had issues with payment processing. I had issues with feedback score. We've had like thousands and thousands of angry emails from customers. So that's one of the big mistakes that entrepreneurs are making when they're not planning ahead for the inventory. So the easiest way to do it is if you're working with platforms like Zendrop, or if you're working with your private supplier. By the way, if you want some good suppliers that you can work with like reliably, that will be just very transparent with you, how much inventory they have, how much inventory they can source, just DM me suppliers on Instagram. I'll give you my contacts. I mean, I've been working with these suppliers for the last 5 years. They always deliver products on time. They're always responsive. They're always reliable. They don't scam you. These are the people that trustworthy. It's so easy to get scammed. Like if you are working with the wrong supplier, sometimes they would give you like fake tracking codes, and they would say, yeah, products are being shipped, and then a few weeks after you realize that they have not been shipping the orders, and then you have all of this backlash. You have all of the angry emails from customers, you have feedback score issues, you have payment processing issues, and it will just take you a lot of time to recover from that. So make sure that you have good suppliers. DM me suppliers on Instagram. I'll give you my suppliers so you don't get in trouble. And so, yeah, the easiest way just to reach out to your suppliers, just ask them, okay, how many units you have in stock, or how many units can you source? How many units does the factory have for this specific product I'm selling? If, for example, my ads are super profitable and I'm trying to scale up and I'm spending, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 per day on ads, like how many of those products can you source? How many of those products can you ship? So you have to communicate it very well with them. You have to just be on the same page, and you want to make sure that your competitors just don't buy all of the available inventory from your suppliers in your factories, because otherwise it will backfire on you big time. And by the way, guys, please drop any questions when it comes to Q4, suppliers, logistics, anything. Just drop it here on the chat. At the end, I think I'll have time to answer your questions. Make sure that everything is covered. You have all of the resources in place to just absolutely maximize your profit, your sales during Q4. So drop your questions here. I already see some awesome questions. I'll be answering those at the end, as I just want to make sure that I cover everything that I have prepared for you here. All right, so that was number one, secret. We'll do a secret. That's like a secret. And it's secret because like it seems like it's a secret for a lot of people, because a lot of people making these mistakes, and I've made those mistakes, but it seems like a lot of people are still making them. So these are secrets, and I'm sharing with you like the real juice, the real sauce. So secret number 2 is the proper ad account infrastructure. One of the most important things, and probably what will happen this Q4, you might have already seen it, where ad accounts getting banned. You have a lot of ads that are rejected, and it's literally the riskiest time for bans, because there's a lot of competition, and platforms become very sensitive. Facebook becomes extremely sensitive if you have like one ad that is like maybe too aggressive, right? Or maybe if you're using like stolen content, you can get banned for that. And so Q4 is a very, very risky time to do any of that stuff. Besides, we have in the United States, we have election season, which adds even more stress on platforms like Facebook, because, let's say you have 1 million advertisers trying to advertise and sell their products. And now they only have so many ad placements. They only have so many people active on platforms every day. So now they need to identify, okay, maybe some of these advertisers that are not delivering good user experience, let's just shut them down, because they're not like, we still have so many, we still have so much demand for our platform. We don't need all of these advertisers, especially if they're not spending a lot of money. So that's a very risky position to be in. So you want to make sure that you have a proper ad account infrastructure. And especially if your business is reliant on Facebook, if your business mostly relies on Facebook to drive traffic, to drive sales, to generate profit, to pay for your team, then you're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position if you don't have a proper ad account infrastructure. And if you want to keep all of your assets safe, just DM me safety. DM me safety on Instagram, and I'll send you my cheat sheet on keeping your ad account healthy. DM me safety. My Instagram is, let me drop my Instagram here. I see some questions already on this topic, which is awesome. I'll be answering those. Yeah. The big problem is Facebook keeps rejecting ads. So yeah, so this is my Instagram. DM me on Instagram. I will send you this resource. If you DM me safety, I'll send you this specific resource on how to keep your ad account safe. And with that, let me just come back to my presentation. So we have it here. All right. So DM me safety, I'll send you that resource. But in short, there's three things that you need. Number one, you need a pixel house, which is a business manager dedicated solely to hosting your pixel. So if ad account gets shut down, you can still use your pixel and you can share it with another ad account. One of the big mistakes that people make is that they have their pixel hosted in the same BM that they're using for the advertising, which means if that ad account gets shut down or that BM gets shut down, they cannot share their pixel with another ad account. So you want a totally separate separate pixel house BM where you're hosting your pixel, and then you're sharing it with different ad accounts. Also, you want to have backup business managers, pages, and profiles. So in case something happens with your business manager, with your page, with your profile, you have backup options ready in case one of those get banned. So always, always, always have backups, especially if Facebook is your main source of traffic. And another thing is using agency accounts. So if you have daily spending limits, maybe you just like have very fresh ad accounts and you can only spend like 50, 100, 500, $1,000 a day, and you want to be able to scale, you want to be using agency ad accounts. They have no daily ad spend limits, and also they have stronger standing with Facebook. They're ideal for scaling quickly without limits. Some of them even have the cashback, which means, let's say you're spending $100,000 on ads, you get few percent of that back, which is awesome, which helps you with, just covering some of your costs and generating that extra profit. If you need introduction to some good agency accounts, just DM me agency on Instagram. I'll introduce you, but this is only for people that are spending at least minimum like $30,000 per month on ads. If you're spending less than that, like this just wouldn't make sense for you. Get your business off the ground, start scaling up, and then you can start using agency accounts. But if you do spend money on ads, good amount of money on ads, then just DM me agency on Instagram, and I'll send you the introduction to these guys. So secret number 3 is creative planning. You want to be pumping out creatives like mad scientists. You'll need a crazy amount of creatives to compete, especially when other brands are launching hundreds of ads in a single month. I would say 30 per week is absolute minimum. If you're testing less than that, I know some people, oh, how many ads you're testing? I'm testing like last month I've tested 10 ads. Like it's just like it's just like not enough. You want to be testing at least 30 creatives per week. And Q4 demands more video ads, carousel ads, and images to keep your products fresh and engaging, because there's a lot of competition. You want to be differentiated from them, and you want to be constantly feeding Facebook with new creative so they can find you more buyers. What I like to do is I like to use competitors for inspiration. So the tool that we have developed internally, it's an amazing tool. It's called Get Hooked. It allows you to spy on your competitors' creatives, landing pages, and top performing hooks. You will know exactly what's working for other people, so you get an edge in your creative strategy. And Get Hooked makes it impossible to fail and gives your top competitors entire marketing blueprint. So if you go here on Get Hooked, I can spy literally on any brand. I can spy on any brand. I can spy and see how many ads they've tested. Like, for example, this one here, let's say I see that they have launched, for example, in September, they launched 19 ads. So it doesn't seem like they're scaling a lot. If I want to see some other brands that are more active, like literally shows you how many active ads they have, how many products they are testing right now. Like, for example, in September, they already launched 168. September, they launched 168. In August, they launched 137. I see their top performing landing pages where they're sending the most of the traffic. I see all of their best performing hooks that they're using for their ads. I see their best performing ads as well. If I go here, their top best performing ads, like for example, this one is replicated in like 15 different ad sets. This one here replicated in 24 different ad sets. And so now I know exactly which ads are working for them so that I can replicate it for myself. So that's like literally gives you the whole marketing strategy of your competitors, allows you to replicate it fast, allows you to spy on any of the brands that you want, and also gives you access to like 8.5, almost 8.5 million ads from different brands, different industries. You can also filter by VSLs. Let's say if I'm using VSLs in my business, 3 to 5 minutes, boom, I have all of the VSLs from different brands. I see some Dutch, some Dutch one here. I see all of the VSLs from different brands, different niches, different industries. I can generate the transcript for this. I can generate the transcript for this VSL very fast. Like, so I can just like generate. I can see exactly line by line how they're selling their product, what is the script behind that product. I can repurpose that product, recreate the script for myself, and literally just have it replicated for myself very, very fast. So types of the ads that you want to prepare. Number one, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year, and extended holiday ads. So all of these ads you want to test to find winning combinations for Q4. You want to be testing images, you want to be testing carousels, and you want to be testing videos. So all of different formats. Also with Get Hooked, if you go here, for example, you can see the correlation between like different formats. So if I go here and I see with a specific brand that I want to model, say if I take this one here, all right, so they launched like 100 ads last month, so they're scaling up, literally going from 0 to 99. They're launching something, they're scaling up this specific product. I can also see how many videos they have, how many images they have, how many carousels they have. Like, so mostly they're using videos and images. So if I'm in the same category, I'm trying to compete with them, I also want to be using videos and I want to be using images. And you have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of brands that you can look into, like how many ads they have, how many ads they launched, how many ads they have active. So you will never be out of the ideas to sell your product. Also, if you want to see specific Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if you want to see exactly like Black Friday, Cyber Monday ads, like you can see all of the ads from other people. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You can see different formats of the ads. You can recreate these images, these banners for yourself. You can see literally like what is working right now for other people. And you can filter by niche too. Like, let's say if I'm in a beauty niche, I go here and I want to filter by beauty only. I see all of the Black Friday, Cyber Monday ads specifically for beauty niche. So it gives you all of this data. It gives you all of the like insights. It allows you to just replicate the best performing ads from your competitors. So that's a secret tool that we are using. It helped us to just streamline the creative planning, creative production, and just pump so many more ads so much faster and allowed us to scale our business. So yeah, drop any questions when it comes to creatives. I think creatives like literally one of the most important parts, like when it comes to just scaling your business in general. but especially during Q4. Q4 will be so heavy on the creatives, and you just have to maximize that for your business. So any questions when it comes to the creatives, just drop it here in the chat, and I'll be answering those as we go through this call. All right. Secret number 4. So the fourth thing that you have to put in place is email templates. What you want to do is you want to prepare email templates for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas emails. Those should be scheduled ahead of time, because failing to prepare, it's preparing to fail. And you can want to use swipe files of successful email campaigns from different industries to help you craft effective templates. If you DM me swipe file on Instagram, I'll send you like my massive Black Friday swipe file. And if you DM me calendar on Instagram, I'll send you my whole ecom marketing calendar for Q4 with all of the emails, with all of the templates, with all of the schedules, with exact messaging to use for your brand. That's like literally like you get 2 of these resources, and you should be in a very good spot for Q4. And it has email templates for every occasion. It has holiday specific ones, sequences, and you want to pre-schedule and don't scramble during the busiest and most profitable time of the year. You don't want to be doing this like, tomorrow is like Black Friday, and today you're planning emails. Like, you want to be doing this right now. Right now is October, Black Friday is November. You want to make sure that you have everything prepared up front. So DM me swipe file on Instagram and DM me calendar, so I can send you 2 of these resources when it comes to email marketing, because that will help you to generate extra 10 to 30% of your sales without spending more money on that. So just think about what that can do to your profitability, to your peace of mind. Even if you have like bad day on Facebook, you're still generating sales, you're still generating profit from email. Secret number 5 is hiring early. And right now it's still a good time. We're in October. You can still hire some good people for your team for Black Friday. So you want to hire now, especially customer support agents, video editors, and media buyers. You'll need a team to handle more Q4 sales volume. So if you want to like double or triple or quadruple your sales, one of our clients, Harvey, when we started working with him, we started working together in October, like to actively scale his product. He was doing $100,000 a month in October, and then in November he did $800,000 in sales. So he basically just 8x his business in just 1 month. So just imagine the pressure, right? That like how many more customer support tickets, how many more ads he had to test. There's so many different things that he had to put in place in order to handle that volume that is just astronomical, right? But at the same time, you can make so much more profit, because if ads are very profitable during Q4, you don't want your team or any other logistical things to stop you from scaling and maximizing that profit. And think about your team as an investment, not a cost, because the more you put in, the more you'll get out if you do it the right way. And if you DM me on Instagram, I'll send you my full tutorial on how to install my 1 million per month lean income team structure into your business, with specific people to hire, specific expectations for those people, where to find those people. So all of the things that you need to have in place in order to have high performance team for Q4. Just DM me team on Instagram and I'll send you this resource. Also, very important thing when it comes to Q4 is you want to be monitoring media buying just like 24/7, right? Ideally, I mean, you get some sleep, but I mean, you can sleep after Q4. After you had a good Q4, you made a lot of profit, you made a lot of sales. You can just catch up on sleep after. But my media buyers monitor ad accounts 24/7 to avoid overspending and ensure that every dollar is optimized. Because during Q4, you'll be spending a lot of money on ads, and that's usually the biggest expense in business. And you want to make sure that all of that expense is constantly being monitored. Sometimes Facebook has bugs. Sometimes Facebook will just try to blow the money like very fast, and you need someone to be on top of that to monitor it and make sure that you're not overspending. And without a bunch of dedicated A-player media buyers, you risk losing lots of money overnight from poor ad performance of unmonitored, or maybe ad accounts that are not monitored. So you want to make sure that you have a team that's monitoring the performance like 24/7. Just DM me, team, if you're on Instagram. Just DM me, team. I'll send you these resources, and I'll send you a bunch of other stuff. I just want to make sure that you're fully prepared for Q4, that you have all of the resources in place, and that you can maximize your sales and profit during this time period. And I have some questions here that I'll be answering for you. Please drop your questions either on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Drop them below in the comments, and those show up on my site, and I'll be able to answer those for you. So we have the first question here: is it possible to make 1 million a month? Health beauty niche. I'm from India. Is it easy for Indians? I don't think it matters like where you're from. It matters like how you operate as an entrepreneur and business owner. So you can 100% make 1 million a month in Germany. One of our clients, Topi, I mean, he's doing $2 million a month in Germany in health beauty niche. We have a few other clients that are also above like 1 million in Germany, also in health beauty niche. It's a great market to be in. It's a market with a big, buying power. And as long as you are a good marketer, everything will come down how good of a marketer you are. But if you have solid creatives, if you have solid funnels, if you have a great team in place, you can 100% do 1 million or even more per month in German market. From my experience, I've seen it just like so many times. Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex. Hello, Alex. I launched yesterday on Facebook campaign, 1 carousel and 2 different videos. I have good metrics, but still no sales. Also slow traffic. That's okay. I mean, that's a testing phase. Just keep testing. Look where the problem is. For example, if the metrics are good on Facebook, but then people go to the website and they're not adding product to the cart, it means you have problem on your product page or your landing page. So you just look at that landing page, you see what you have to adjust, what you have to improve. I also have tons of resources when it comes to landing pages and how to structure those for maximum conversions and maximum sales. If you need those resources, just DM me on Instagram. I'll send you those over. Just DM me Lander. It comes down to just identifying where the bottleneck is. What I like to do is I like to look at it from like, is that the problem on the ad side? Like if my metrics, for example, are good on the ad side, then I know that the problem is on the website and on my landing page, right? So one of these two is usually the problem. It's either the ads or the website or a funnel. And so then once you identify the problem, you can just go all in to fix that problem. Next question here from Alex. What pricing range of jewelry would you focus on if you start now? Price range, I mean, I wouldn't go like some crazy like thousands of dollars like jewelry. I would go probably between like $30-$40 to 60-70. I've seen the most successful businesses at scale like in that price range. So between like $30 to $70 in that price range. Hey, Mehmet, great to have you here. Angelo Di Simone. I got 1 sale from Facebook ads after spending $200. The product price is $119. The recent assets have not been producing well. What should I do? What should you do? 1 sale. I don't know. I have not seen the metrics on ads, Angelo. Overall, it's I mean, it doesn't look very promising, but I don't know where the problem is. Is the problem on your website, or the problem is on your ads? Like that's basically the kind of like correlation. So on the website side, I mean, you need to look at what percentage of people add product to the cart, and ideally it should be more than like, it should be like around 10%. If it's like 3%, it means like people are not very willing to add product to the cart. maybe the copy is not good, or they didn't get enough information about the product to make that decision. So you have to adjust that. And then on the advertising side, on Facebook side, you want to be at ideally 3% click-through rate, or and also like $1 cost per click, even $1.50. But if you're getting, let's say, $3-5 cost per click, it means your ads is a problem, and you have to adjust that. You have to make better ads, or maybe target different countries to get cheaper costs. But you basically want to just evaluate everything in a context, identify where the problem is, and then go all in to fix that specific problem. Angela Di Simone, if you DM me on Instagram, send me some metrics, and I'll see how I can help you with specific resources. Maybe some SOPs I can send you, some tutorials, some specific, we'll give you some specific advice and feedback so that you can fix it and make it profitable. How do you get unbanned? Because I got banned from saying curvy for women's dresses. Whoa, that's interesting. Simon, how do you get unbanned? I mean, there are ways to get unbanned. If you DM me on Instagram, I'll see if I can help you. If that's just like brand new curvy, I mean, I don't think that should be like a reason why you got banned. I don't know what was the content of the ads. Like if that was like very aggressive videos, then that could be the reason why you got banned. But it doesn't. From my experience, like, yeah, getting banned for saying curvy, wasn't the case. I've advertised in that niche as well, and it shouldn't be the problem. But DM me on Instagram with this specific, maybe send me the link to your ad, and I'll give you feedback on that. Yes, Ayman said, yes, the big problem those days are Facebook keep projecting ads. Yes, happens all the time. So you wanna always have like a backup for your ad accounts. You can't share pixels to new BMs. You can't, but you can buy seasoned BM. Yeah, it will take some time for them to be able to share, but then it's definitely worth it to have that backup. So new BMs, yeah, you can just buy BMs. That's not a problem. If you know where to look, Team and Push. If you have any questions on that, please DM me here on Instagram so that I can guide you in the right direction. How do you get an agency account? I can help you to get those, introduce you to people who offer that service, but it's only for people that already like spending at least $30,000 per month or more on ads. So if you're spending more than 30, I would be able to help you. Just DM me on Instagram, and we will take it from there. Simon. Also, Alex. All right. Oh, interesting. I have a full method for creating unlimited TikTok agency accounts that are strong with cashback and included everything to bypass any ads you want on TikTok. Ayman, I would love to connect with you. Yeah, that's an interesting solution. Ayman, please, let's connect on Instagram, and let's talk about this. Would love to see what you have to offer. So Mohammed is asking anything similar for Facebook. That would be phenomenal. So Mohammed, thank you for joining, sir. How you will combat high CPMs due to election? Are there any early metrics you depend on to cut the bad ads quickly? Yeah, it's a great question. I think diversification would be important, like advertising not just in the United States, but also in some other countries, so that your average CPMs kind of like average out. Basically, that's what I would recommend. I mean, CPMs is like high CPMs is a reflection of the ad quality, but also the competition in specific niche. In some niches, for example, if it's like beauty niche, CPMs are always crazy. Q4 they'll probably be even like more crazy. So it just depends on the niche where you're selling your products in, and also on the quality of your ads. In terms of the metrics, it's usually just like cost per click, like if your cost per click is like $3, $5, and it's simply not sustainable for you to scale with those metrics, then I would just cut those fast, look back at my ads and see what I can do better on that side. So yeah, that's what I would do. That team, can I add another domain on Shopify store for another country? You should be able to, or if you're using Shopify Plus, you should be able to have like different domains, consolidate them all under one umbrella. But yeah, you should have no problem connecting domains. Or you might need to have like another. Yeah, I mean, Shopify Plus is if you're advertising different countries, probably the most kind of comprehensive solution. You can connect multiple domains under one umbrella. How to make the site in German language? You use ChatGPT. Yeah, you use ChatGPT. There's also apps like DeepL, but ideally you would have some like someone like native German speaker to give you feedback and tweak your ads. That's what I would recommend because the translations that you would have with ChatGPT are not always, they're very surface level. They're not very like direct response, kind of like copy oriented. So I would get some help from freelancer to like review your copy and make sure it's everything is displayed and communicated properly. SM, yo, we back, baby. Great to have you. SM. Nick Chulani, can you mentor me? I want to learn Meta ads but don't have a budget. If you want to learn Meta ads but don't have a budget, like, I mean, I have lots of tutorials on YouTube. You can watch those. There is also, if you don't have budget, but if you want to get into e-commerce, there's other ways to drive traffic to your store. You can do TikTok organic. You can do Instagram organic. There's multiple different ways to just generate sales without spending money on ads. But if you want to learn Meta ads, there is no way to learn Meta ads without spending money on ads and without learning, kind of like, in my experience, just based on like real experience. Like, you can learn from tutorials, you can learn some foundations, but then you put everything you learned into test, and then it either works or it doesn't. And that's how you learn the best, in my experience. You learn by practice. That's the best way to do it. And Nick Chulani, yeah, please check my YouTube channel. It has lots of different tutorials, has lots of different resources to help you out. Can I keep a .com domain on my store for the ads I'm running in the USA and then add .de domain? It's a great question. I mean, you just open another Shopify store for Germany, like with another domain. If you don't want to use like Shopify Plus. So that's that. I mean, at least in our business, we're using Shopify Plus. So that's kind of like, that's a solution where you can have like multiple stores all under one umbrella. You can monitor the performance on each of them. You can easily switch between them. But Shopify Plus is like, I think it's $2,500 or $3,000 a month, something like that. So it's not good for you if you're just starting out. So just open another Shopify store with DE domain and have 2 stores. That's what I would do. Simpler solution. Mohammed Imran, some of the products we look in AliExpress or TJ are costing me in range of $20, $30. If I price it for $80, $90, 60 plus margins, is this range to sell in the US market? What's typical average you see in the US? Yeah, these are good price points. It depends on the product, depends on the perceived value of the product. That's the biggest kind of consideration. So if the product solves a big problem and it looks like something valuable, then you can definitely sell it for like $80, $90, no problem. SM. Hey, Alex, my man, what is the process like for investing into improving the product? What I mean is, I want to innovate my product further. What the process is like, and is it absurdly difficult? It's not if you're working with the right suppliers. If you're working with the right suppliers, all you have to do is like, first, like the product, like innovation and product improvement needs to be based on specific things. So if customers if you get a lot of customer tickets or customer complaints about specific feature of the product, maybe it's a battery that's like too weak, or maybe it's the product is like made of like cheap material and it breaks, or maybe it's people don't like how big the product is, people don't like the charger. Whatever those specific complaints are, you want to pass it to your supplier if you work with supplier. If you don't work with supplier, just DM me suppliers on Instagram. I'll send you my suppliers and they can source any product for you, and you just express your concerns to them, what exactly you want to improve with your product. But you don't want to just like innovate product without, just for the sake of innovation, because in many cases, like, customers, like, they don't care. And if they do care, and if they complain about certain things, those are the things you want to address. But you don't want to do like innovation just for the sake of innovation. SM, this is phenomenal question. Please DM me on Instagram. I have great network of people that are specializing in product development, suppliers. I can point you in the right direction. Just DM me on Instagram. And it's not absurdly difficult, not at all, unless the product is custom and they have to make it specifically for you. But the thing is, many of these factories that manufacture products, they also have other variations of the product that might be exactly what you're looking for. You just need to work with the right supplier and the right factories to source those products. And sometimes if it's custom development, like, then it becomes more complex and more difficult and more expensive. But most of the cases, you don't need to do that unless you do it based on the customer's data. This is exactly what customers are looking for. And you basically want to be data driven in those decisions. Thoughts on Shopify apps to start? I'm a developer. Alex, Shopify apps to start. That's a great question. I mean, probably something for like dispute management, like lowering returns, minimization. If you can think in that direction, something that, like, you don't want to create like another like bundles app. There's so many of those, right? Or another like pop-up. There's so many of those. Like, you want to be looking at the problems that are very like specific, but at the same time where you can charge maybe like percentage of revenue that you help to save for your customers, or even something that would help them to take down their competitors that are copying their content, something along those lines. Mohammed Imran. So for diversification, do you always start by advertising to top 5 or worldwide, excluding countries, without just running only in the USA? For us, it's top 5, top 4, top 5. We see the best results targeting those countries. But you can definitely target worldwide. Just exclude the countries where there's a lot of fraud, or countries that don't have a lot of buying power, because that way you will get like a lot of traffic, but it will be low quality traffic, and you can just ruin your pixel. So just target, more developed countries. All right, Cruise Voyage Ventures. Hi, this is Slim, one of your BBA students. I'm really enjoying the course, and I'm also following all of your YouTube videos. My question is, what kind of gift or items are most selling in Q4? Jewelry products. That's what I would look into, like jewelry products. I like jewelry for Q4 specifically because it's light, it's small, it's easy to ship, it's high perceived value. There's like message cards that you could sell with a specific messaging. Those do pretty well. And yeah, those are probably the categories I would look into. Thank you so much, Slim. Awesome to have you in BBA. Everyone, thank you so much. Thank you, Simon. Everyone, thank you for kind words. What do you suggest to improve? Next question here. What do you suggest to improve add to cart to initiate checkout ratio and initiate checkout to purchase ratio, other than basic standard techniques? add to cart to initiate, like create a better offer. Like that's probably like 80-20 of everything. And by better offer, I mean like buy one, get one free, buy two, get two free, like just something that would have higher perceived value, and just stack the value of that product that you're selling, maybe some ebooks, maybe community, maybe some like other resources, maybe like a free gift, free product if they buy two or more, right? This way you'll also maximize your average order value. That would be the biggest needle mover in my experience. And we are constantly testing new offers. It's never ending process. Like even if you have an offer that works, you can always make it better by just experimenting and increasing the perceived value of it. Also guarantee, like if you can emphasize the guarantee you have on your product so that customers feel more relaxed when they're buying the product, because when customers are buying the product, they're taking a risk, right? They're taking the risk, like they're giving you their money. And so if you can amplify the guarantee, then it's something that will help you to increase those metrics, add to cart to initiate checkout, and then it's basically your conversion rate. So yeah, let me know if that makes sense. Fair nam. For fair nam, yeah. So great, you guys have such phenomenal names. Nick Chulani. I've done organic but not scalable. Tried running ads and burned 30K on TikTok ads. So I want to learn how to start running ads and then scale it. I got it. Nick Chulani, if you can DM me on Instagram, I'll see how I can help you. You already tried. It's awesome. Like you're trying to make it work so hard. Facebook for sure. We can help you crack it. We've done Facebook for many years. And I think in our community, we have like some of the heaviest hitters, like on Facebook, like combined probably, I don't know, $100 million in ad spend, probably more per year in our community. So would love to see how I can help you. So just DM me on Instagram. This is my Instagram here, Nick Chulani. And we'll take it from there. Twitter, like if you DM me on Twitter, like I just have so many DMs there, and those, it just there's like thousands of DMs on Twitter that it probably will get lost. So better just DM me on Instagram. Mohammed Imran, absolutely, the amount of knowledge Alex shares is insane. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining these calls and then asking amazing questions. Alex, I have the products listed, supply ready, but I don't have creatives. How can I do it? How can you do it is like identify who else is selling your product, identify your competition, what type of ads are running, and try to replicate those ads. Just shoot them on your phone. Take content from different like stock libraries and stuff like that. Put ads together. If those are videos, if those are images, I mean, images are easy to create. I would use Canva or something like that to get things to put things together. It's very easy. Just to drag and drop, or just hire a designer on Fiverr can help you with banners. But when it comes to videos, it's either you do it themselves, or you hire like a video editor. You can also hire them on Fiverr and have your ads created for you. Just send them the example, give them some stock content they could use, or they can even search it for it themselves. And that's what I would do. Nick Chulani, I have connection with manufacturers, shipping companies. I used to buy a product on CJ for $30, and the same product I purchased directly from the factory. And the same product I purchased directly from a factory, it cost me $5, and shipping costs the same as CJ, but it's delivered within 3-6 days to customers. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, all these platforms, they want to make money, and they want to make money, and they want to like maximize, obviously their margin. They have operational complexities. So yeah, if you're working directly with factories, then obviously your cost will be lower. Or if you're working with supplier at least not with these platforms, then your cost will probably um, then your cost will be cheaper. If you source it directly from the factory, that's usually the best solution. But that's a great perspective. $30 versus $5, it's crazy. Um, and if you have, I mean, let's say you're sourcing it from the factory, but then you have, let's say, still, like supplier or like agent in China that can fulfill your orders. That could be a good setup. And yeah, I have lots of those uh, good connections if you want, and then we can figure out how to help you with the advertising side. Nick Chulani, thank you, sir. I passed this to my team, so they'll add you on Instagram, and I'll DM you there. So, hey Alex, why some ads are not scalable? We're currently making 3-5K sales days, but we cannot scale one more. We cannot scale more than that. Any idea? We only advertise on Meta. I don't have all of the context here. Ideally, if you can DM me on Instagram, so I just need more context about your business, your products, your creatives. But yeah, it's usually creatives is a problem, or the funnel is a problem. So would love to just dig deeper into this. If you DM me on Instagram, I would love to help you with any resources, with any advice or any documents we have. And yeah, just would love to help you out. 3-5K a day is a good starting point. I think getting that to like 10, 20, 30K a day is not a problem. In most niches at least. So yeah, just would love to get more context on this. And guys, thank you so much for joining this call. I'm sorry I have to drop off. I have to jump on some calls and do some business, running a business here. But thank you so much for joining. Phenomenal questions, like top-notch questions. And hope you got some value from Q4 insights. If you want the whole document that I shared with you, or any other documents, just DM me Q4 on Instagram. This is my Instagram here, and would love to send you some resources. Would love to give you some feedback, some help to help you maximize Q4 and just make a lot of sales, a lot of profit. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's connect on Instagram. Don't be shy. Shy people don't get rich in most cases. So don't be shy. DM me on Instagram, and we'll take it from there. DM me Q4, right? So we have just like something that I know you watch this call, and we'll just take it from there. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. We have an awesome call.